Hey guys, I have not done a currently inked in a long time. I think August was my last one, but we are going to do better in 2025. So yesterday I started setting up some of the pages in my Sterling Ink Common Planner. I got the Tweed A5 vertical full year with white edges. And so I just have the pencil board in here because I do have some tip-ins and things that are a little bit chunky on this side of the paper. So we're gonna do our best and just dive in because, as always, I have way too many pens inked up. It's so hard to choose. It's so hard to choose. Now, for me, January is blues and purples. I don't know why. It always has been. So I'm going to have a ton of blue, quite a few purple. And then, as always, I love brown ink. So I will have quite a bit of brown. Now, I realize I don't hold my pens the correct way. And so it is hard for you to see as I am writing, but hopefully afterwards it will be okay. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to include a red ink, but I just got a sample of this and I ended up really liking it. So I'm including it. I have no idea if I will use a red ink. Let me, gotta make sure I'm in frame. Okay. But we're gonna go with it. So, and I'm just gonna start right up at the top because, again, too many pens inked up. And I'm still not sure about this new Tomoe River paper. It is taking a little bit of time to get used to. Now, I do have the Sterling ink, so it is still 52 GSM, which, thank goodness, I don't have any thinner because I have been hearing so many horror stories about that. Although, I will say, swatching inks always bled through. So this is Waringall's Captain Hook, and we are going to pray that none of my pens dribble onto the paper because that's a thing. And I just loaded up a couple more from last night because I forgot I had a new set of samples and I really wanted to try a couple of those colors. So this is in my TWSBI Eco in Transparent Blossom Red. And I do have a cheat sheet because I don't remember what all of my nibs are or what all the colors of pens are. I have almost all of the TWSBIs, you guys. I found a sunset orange and I am so excited. So excited. Okay, so this is Waringall's Captain Hook. It is the TWSBI Eco Transparent Blossom Red. It's in a fine nib and it's pretty wet. It's pretty juicy. I am really into this like darkish red color right now. It was really like a December, more of a December color, but again, we'll see. I like to have at least one of every color inked up. All right, so now I'm going to go out a little bit out of order from my cheat sheet. So hopefully I don't mess it up. I decided, because there is quite a bit of this like corally peach orangish color, to try and match one of my inks to that. So this is the pen I ended up putting it in, mostly because of the pinkish peachy cap finials. And I think I'm really actually going to like this ink. Now, I am not usually, I say this, but I have a lot of fine pens. This is a really, really, really fine nib. So this is Diamine Celebration. It is an Inkvent. I do not remember which one. And so I'm not even going to guess, but it's a nice peach color with some shimmer. So, you know, January, you gotta have some shimmer. So this is in my Sailor collab with Yoseka. It is a Pro Gear Slim, and I wish I had gotten a Pro Gear. I have fairly large hands, and this pen feels very small to me, but it's okay. It's very similar in size to Kaweco Sports, and I do like those, but again, a little small for my hands. Okay, so this is a fine nib, and it's very fine, but the ink is still nice and wet. Trusty Diamine, you cannot go wrong with that, and hopefully I'll be able to show you the shimmer really well here shortly. All right, this is a medium nib, and it's a juicy medium nib. This is another ink vent. I did not get the black ink vent yet. I do really want it. I think I went back and forth, and some of the calendars, like people swatching it, I was like, no thank you. And then some of them I'm like, oh man, I really want that. And I have all the other ones except for the very first one because I wasn't into fountain pens then, but I think I really want to get all of them. Sorry, I thought this was gonna dribble. It still might. Does anybody else have that issue? I know a couple of people do with their TWSBIs right when they ink it up. So this is Candlelight. And nope, I am so totally wrong on that. It is not Diamine Candlelight. We're gonna just cross it out. The next one is Diamine Candlelight. Okay, so this is Birmingham Pen Company. That's what happens when I try to talk and write. This is Ceramic Kiln. And I mixed this myself, so it could be off a little bit from their color. But, you know, I actually really like it. So this is going to be really my orange color. It's an orangish yellow. This is my Eco Tea in the color Saffron. And I think people are upset that this is a little more orange than they thought, but it's perfect. I love it. That's a medium nib. Yeah, so Birmingham Pen Company, not Diamine. All right, I thought that was wrong as soon as I was like, wait, this is in my Saffron. I know I did not put this yellow, or what I thought was the yellow. All right, so this is my Zodiac Pen Company Primary Manipulation Light, and I love it. Elise and I were talking, and we love Bart so much. He's so helpful. And I think that, well, I really wish the nibs were cooler because they're so plain. And so I was talking to him, and he just got an engraver. And so I'm excited for that. I might get this engraved at some point, or have Kirk Spear, he's in Colorado, do some custom stuff with this. But anyway, I decided to ink this up with Diamine Candlelight. And I actually am kind of sad. I wish I had done Sugar and Spite, I think, with this pen. But I do like this gold, and I think it's going to match my color palette pretty well. So this is the Cancer model in Primary Manipulation Light, as they are calling it. And I got a fine nib, and I'm glad that I did. Oh, I forgot to do my swatch. Let me add that on Ceramic Kiln here. It's been a little while. So in the past, I would have totally started completely over, glued these pages together, and started over because I'm a perfectionist. And this year, I'm trying not to do that. And I have messed up so many times in this notebook already, and you know, I am okay with it. All right, this is another one I went out of order. I was like, wait a second. All right, and I'm not sure about this color for this month, but I have a palette in mind that I want to use it for, and it is I couldn't decide. Is it yellow? Is it brown? I don't know for sure. Is it green? So we're going to put it here. This is Diamine's Coliseum. I believe it is a Cult Pens exclusive. I was able to find a sample off of Ink Swap on Reddit for a really good price. I was gonna place a Cult Pens order just for this and decided not to. If you can hear my kitten crying, he is very snuggly and would prefer to be in here snuggling me, but also would be knocking everything off the counter and stealing all the fountain pens. So he is locked out, and you probably can hear him. So this is a very light ink. I thought I was going to like it a little more than I think I actually do in person, but it's going to go really well with the color palette I have in mind, so I decided to keep it inked up, at least for now, the beginning here of January. All right. This was my, I'll show you this was my birthday pen, and I am obsessed with it. It is the Goulet Matcha Latte Bannu Euphoria exclusive, and I'm so glad that this is the color I ended up getting because, oh my god, it is so perfect. I am obsessed, and I still have the ink I initially inked up in it. Shout out to Elise. We were talking about what inks would go in this pen, and I am loving this combination. So this is Birmingham Pen Company, and this pen is perfection. This is the Parrotfish Twinkle color. And this ink is actually really cool. It goes down mostly green, but at the top sometimes it's yellow, and especially if I'm writing larger. And I just love it. And it has this silver sparkle. In some lights it looks more yellow, and some lights it looks more brown, and some lights it looks more green. And I just have to say, I'm obsessed. This probably will be inked up for a little while. So this is my Bannu Euphoria, and it is a matcha latte. I don't really follow all the drama. I know there's drama with Goulet, but you guys, what? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Okay, this is a fine nib, and obsessed. See, you can see it's more of like a yellow-ish brown, but it looks green, and it has so many sparkles, and it goes so good in that sparkly pen. Okay, let's see. Am I in order? No, I am. Okay. Oh, this is fun. So, oop. You guys, I just scribbled everywhere. This feels like my converter fill out, and it did. So, hold on, you guys. And I'm probably not going to edit this out. I'm just going to make a huge mess getting this converter back in. Why does it keep popping out? I don't know. Okay. Hold on. Let me get my trusty wiper, and I don't know if you can see this. I have no idea if it's in the frame, but I made a huge mess, as I always do, so I still need to use a Clorox wipe, which works pretty well if you get to it quickly. Oh man, I flung that ink everywhere. Why did I shake the pen? Don't ever shake your pens. Okay. It's like, don't shake the baby, right? Okay. Think we're clean now. And actually, did I move this? No. Okay, we're good. I think we're good. You guys, if I have to do this more than once, I will cry. And I'm just not going to do it. You're going to get what you're going to get. So, This is in my Kaweco Sport. And this is another olive green, but it's a little bit different of a shade. Okay. So this is another Birmingham Pen Company ink. This is one that I inked myself that I thought was going to be brown. So I'm calling it my Whoopsie, but it is Weeping Willow according to their directions. It looks way more brown on their swatch card. So let's go Whoopsie. But you know what? I really like this color, so I'm not too mad about it. And I am obsessed with this. It's not a Skyline. This is just a Sport. So Kaweco Sport in dark olive. I'm obsessed with this nib. It's an extra fine, and I usually don't love extra fine nibs, but I love this one. And you can kind of see in the swatch, this X, it is kind of brown. So maybe it is the right color. I don't know. But yeah, I ended up, I think I really like it. Now, again, these are not all very January-ish to me. I think of January as, again, blue and purple, but you know, you gotta have the colors. So this is super dark in this nib, and it usually is not this dark, but I think because this is a medium nib, it's coming out a little darker than it normally would, and I'm not all that mad about it. It's a very dark green. So this is Pelikan Edelstein's Olivine, and it is in my new Lamy All-Star, and I am obsessed with these All-Stars. I would like all of the colors. This is Sage. I got 2, and oh my gosh, I'm in love. Okay, there you can kind of see how green that actually is. So yeah, it looks so dark. Okay, another new pen, and I put a really green ink in this one, even though this is the new TWSBI Amazonite, and it's very turquoisey, but I had already inked up all my pens and then remembered that I got this. Also, you guys, you can see the pattern of the adhesive that I used to glue this page together. I messed up on the page before it. Not with inking, but just not what I wanted to put. I wanted to put my currently ink next, and I forgot. And I started January 1st, and I was like, nope, I need to do this first. So this is Ferris Wheel Press Edwards Gardens. And I'm obsessed with this ink. Again, probably more a spring ink or a December ink. But I wanted this pen inked up. So this is the TWSBI Eco Amazonite with a fine nib. I've been gravitating more towards fine nibs. Usually I'm like a medium nib. I mean, let's be real. I'm not super picky about my nibs. So yeah, this is another ink too that this morning I realized I ordered for January and forgot yesterday while I was inking up my pens. So I'm gonna just tap this a little bit on my cloth so that I don't dribble, or I do my best not to dribble. And I am so excited. You know, this is one that could be in blues or it could be in greens. But yeah, this is Robert Oster. I have wanted this ink for so long, and it has been sold out on Van Ness for so long. And it is Sydney Darling Harbor. I didn't even do a sample of this, and oh my gosh, just writing with it right now. So glad that I got it. And this is in my TWSBI Eco Jade. Sorry, I had to look at what the nib is. This is a fine nib. It writes pretty juicy. A little more on the medium side, I think, than some of the other fine nibs I have. But holy moly, I'm in love. Okay, that is fantastic. Okay, my next pen is my Leonardo Momento Zero, and I'm obsessed with this pen, you guys. And I filled this with a non-shimmery ink, and now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have inked up Azure Kingfisher, but I didn't. It does still have some shimmer left over, even though I cleaned it pretty well from the Azure Kingfisher. But I wanted to try this pen without a clogging ink because it was just clogging this pen up so badly. So this is Cioro. It has a dash. I'm going to put one. And this is such a joy to write with. I don't know if you can hear the feedback. It's in the shade Aloha. And I think they made a ton of these, but it is numbered. I have like number 8,000 something. It is a fine nib. And oh, I love that color so much. I love it. I do kind of wish it had a little more shimmer. I should maybe I should just do like a drop of the Azure Kingfish. We'll see how brave I am feeling. All right, this is another well, all my pens are, you know, not that old because this hobby of mine is not that old. And this one is one of my favorites. I have it inked up pretty regularly. I have a huge bottle of it, but I decided to put it in this pen. And again, another really fine pen. So this is Birmingham Pen Company. I am obsessed with their inks. I would like some more, of course. And this is, oh gosh, why did I just blank on the name? Cooked Spinach. I either have this one or Summer Sweet always inked up. I love it so much, both of them. And this is in my Pilot Vanishing Point. In the shade Seashore, or colorway. And I got a fine nib. I know originally they were only coming with mediums, but I got it from Colt and they switched it. And I have number 1498 out of 2024 because this was their 2024 limited edition. So not the wettest ink, but also it dries so fast and it's so nice. Okay. This next one is another Robert Oster, and it's a little bit similar. You're going to start seeing some similar colors, but they're different enough that I wanted to ink them all up. And I went back and forth on which nib I wanted to put this in because I have this pen in a fine and a medium, this colorway. And I ended up putting it in the fine. This is Robert Oster. I believe it's Morning Mist. Let me just double check. Yep. My brain, I'm on winter break and I needed it because my brain is so tired. I'm a teacher and this year was not a good year for me personally. My dad died pretty suddenly, and then my grandma died a few days later, not suddenly. And then a couple months later, my sister-in-law was diagnosed with cancer, and that's been really challenging for my brother's family. And then my cat of 17 and a half years that I've had all of my 20s and all of my 30s, and I'll be 40 at my next birthday, she passed away very suddenly. It was pretty much overnight. Okay, this is another one that I added today. Is it gonna dribble? It was totally gonna dribble. I'm glad that I am looking at that more, because I hate when I accidentally dribble the ink. And oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, I already need a bottle of this. This is like what I wanted that to be. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is Van Diemen's. And I probably would have put this in a darker pen, but I had this one left. And this is Odysseus. I love the Odyssey. I'm an English teacher. And it is in my TWSBI Eco. Sky blue. And it is a fine nib. And this is beautiful. It kind of looks like Azure Kingfisher. Ooh, I love that shimmer when it dries. I'm excited to look at it. Okay, another one that is super shimmery and very dark. So we're shifting into darker colors. I'm obsessed with this ink. And it is working so well in this bronze nib from TWSBI. A lot of TWSBIs always. They're literally like my favorite pen to write with for affordable price point. So this is Dominant Industry. I think I have another Dominant Industry today that I added. Winter Night. It seemed fitting for January just by the title. It is a navy blue with shimmer. I think it's silver shimmer. Maybe not. I think, well, it might be a blue shimmer. Okay. Anyway, TWSBI Eco. And this is the indigo blue bronze. And I believe it's a fine nib. It is. Usually I can tell when I'm writing on it, but you know, sometimes the nibs are a little bit different, even in a TWSBI, because I think they're a cheaper brand. So they're great. They're all great. They all write really well, but they're a little inconsistent, I think. All right, so this is another one that I went back and forth on this one. I wanted a dark blue with no shimmer, so here we go. This is Diamine Storm, and this is in one of my broadest nibs. And I wanted something that I could do like titles with. So this is my Narwhal times Galen demo. And it is Midnight Blue. And it is a broad nib. And it's not the broadest of broad nibs, so that is good. Why was that so dry? It should not be that dry. It's kind of dry. Maybe it is kind of a drier ink, because it doesn't go down as wet as I would expect it to in that broad nib, but you know, I love it. Okay, this is my newest ink obsession. thank you, thank you, thank you. I did an ink swap with Elise, and oh my God, she surprised me with this ink and a couple others, and I'm frickin' obsessed. She knew I would love this. She knows I like blue inks. So this is Diamine Snow Globe. It is from the black ink vent, which again, I don't have yet. They're still available. I just was trying to be smart about money this month, especially with Christmas. And so I have not gotten it yet, but I would like to. There are some really good inks in there. I just am feeling like I have every ink color I really need right now. But you guys, I am obsessed with this ink. It is so good. Okay, then I have one of my favorite inks. This is this is where I went out of order. Is this the pastel blue? It is. Okay. And I don't know if they're going to end up being any better with the color order than I did on my first draft. And I always do a first draft because of the dribbling. So, you know. But this is Bathurst Blue Denim by Ferris Wheel Press. And it is a light blue with blue, maybe a chameleon shimmer, blue and silver. But I love this color. And this is in my TWSBI Eco. Surprise, surprise. Pastel blue. And it is a fine nib. And I love it. I love it. This is another ink that Elise sent me. I have quite a few inked up. I wanted to ink them all up, but I already had a bunch planned, and so I only added a few. I'll probably ink up way more next month. So exciting. This is another black ink vent that she surprised me with. So this is Diamine Baltic Breeze. I think this was the first day. It reminds me a little bit of Manyo Haha, but more legible. And this is in my Kaweco Skyline Sport, so it's silver, and it's gonna dribble. Oh my goodness. Why are they all dribbling? It's gonna dribble again. Okay, Skyline Sport. It's always, you know, right when you ink up your pens, like, will it dribble or will it not? Mellow blue. And this is a medium nib, and I love the, do they call it duochrome shading? I don't remember at the moment. Again, my brain has not been working. I have rotted for days and I still am tired, and I don't know what my problem is, but it looks pink and it looks blue and it looks a little bit purple, and I love inks like that. All right, this is my bright blue. I went between this and Ajaccio. I didn't know which one I wanted to ink up because I love them both, but I didn't feel like I needed them both. And so at least I'm catching the dribbles before they go down on the paper. I'm going to say that, and then the last one will dribble. Watch. Okay, so this is Diamine Thunderbolt. One of my favorite Inkvent inks, combined with the next one that I am going to do just like they were 2 days in a row in this Inkment calendar, and I love them both. So this is a TWSBI Eco, and it is the Dark Sapphire. And this ink and this pen just makes me so happy. And I believe this one's an extra fine. And again, I'm starting to really enjoy my extra fine nibs, which I did not used to, but like I said, I like all of the nib sizes. Now this one is another ink that I really like. I wanted to ink up Glacier, but you guys, Glacier just clogs every pen I have put it in. I should probably try it in a Kakuno. I have not yet. It might work in there. This is Sub-Zero though, and it's similar-ish, just not quite as shimmery. I think the Glacier was, what do they call them? Star Bright, something like that. This is my TWSBI Eco in Cerulean. And if you do not have this pen and you like turquoise, you need this pen. It looks so much bluer online than in person. It is gorgeous in person, and you just cannot get the camera to capture the correct color. Okay, guys, I'm gonna I have 3 colors left on this side. I think I'm still in the frame, but I'll move up just a tiny bit. And again, I have my camera attached to my desk, which I know is probably not the best because I probably shake it, but I don't really have anywhere else to put it. I guess I could maybe put it on my bookshelf. I don't know. Anyway, this is, again, I have a lot of blues. They're kind of similar, but they're so different. This is Van Diemen's January 2023 ink. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to get the 2024 set. I had an interesting experience with this calendar and getting it shipped to me. So I'm kind of curious to see if anyone in the US has them to ship again. They did last year, but I had already ordered from Australia. It took months to get to me, and then it got delivered to a neighbor, and I didn't think I was gonna get it. And I finally did. My neighbor brought it over. He had opened it and he was like, "I'm so sorry. I did not realize that this had your name on it. I'm so sorry." I feel like he was gonna steal it. I don't know. But then he was like, opened it up and was like, "What the heck is this?" So, you know, it's just how I feel. Okay. Am I really? I have more pens inked up than I thought I did. You guys, I'm a mess. All right, I wanted a blue without shimmer that is very bright for January, so I went with Birmingham Pen Company. And this one doesn't have a lot of sheen, which is what I wanted for a bright blue. I thought about using Robert Oster Soda Pop, but it just had more sheen than I wanted. So this is Airline. And this is one that you mix with a lot of things. And this is my Benu, my original Benu. I think every year I'm going to get one for my birthday. And this is Vodka on the Rocks. And it is so shimmery and beautiful and lovely, and it's a medium nib. I do think I like the fine nib better, shockingly, but I love them both. They're fantastic. I would take every Benu ever. Although I don't think I like the Astro Gem shape as much as other ones. All right, and then this is my lightest blue. and I have been dying to ink this up. This is Wearing Goal. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Why are they still dribbling? I thought I wrote with them enough. Okay. At least it's not just my Twispies that do it, I guess. This is Dewy Starlight. And I'm obsessed with this ink, you guys. It's beautiful. It is a light blue with gold shimmer, and I love it. Okay, this is my Kaweco, and it is a Skyline. Silver. And it's gonna dribble again. Maybe I should just move my cloth over here. Skyline Sport, and it is the mint colorway, and it has a medium nib. I think if I had put this ink in a finer nib, it would be hard to see. So I'm glad that I put it in a medium nib. All right, this is probably getting so long, and I hope my camera battery is not about to die. But let's go ahead and move this over so hopefully you can kind of see on this side. All right, I'm gonna just start at the top, I guess. I don't think I have too many. No, I'm not. I think I have enough. I can always go back up if I need to. All right, so we're getting into the purples, and I tried to pick a bunch of different shades, and I think I did a pretty good job. There is one, I think I did a bad job cleaning the pen because it's looking more blue, and I had a blue ink in it before, and so we're gonna go with it. It should be purple though. So this first one is Diamine Deck the Halls, and I'm gonna actually turn it a little bit so that hopefully you can see me writing a little better, because I know the way I hold my pen you can't. This is my Twisby Eco Tea Eggplant. You guys, I am gonna run out of space in my Twisby pen case this year with the rate at which they are releasing new Twisbies. It's insane. So I guess we'll see. I just knocked my cheat sheet off onto the ground. Okay, so that is Diamine Deck the Halls. That is, oh my goodness, I'm dropping everything. That is an Inkfint ink. I don't know any editions, like what inks are in which edition, but you can always get samples. Excuse me, I got the hiccups and then I yawned. So doing great over here. It's pretty early in the morning. I think my laundry just finished, which is exciting. So this is Robert Oster collab with the Coffee Monster Co. And this is Day to Night. And originally in the swatches, it reminded me a lot of Manyohaha. And I wanted to ink that one up too, but I talked myself out of it because I had so many already inked. Be proud of me. I don't know what. I just like I like them all. This is an extra fine. It is a very juicy extra fine. It does not write like an extra fine, but I do really like it. The next one is just a plain. I have a couple of plain purples without any shimmer, and this is an extra fine nib, and it writes more like an extra fine nib. So this is Diamine Harmony, another Inkfint. And I wanted something that was very thin in purple for a very specific thing in my journal for this month. So that is this one. Oops, sorry. This is a Skyline Sport. It's Kaweco. And it is the shade Lavender. I really kind of want the Hello Kitty Kawecos, but you guys, why are they so expensive? So I don't have them. I also kind of want the clips, but again, I don't need them, so I have not bought them yet. All right, this is another Inkvent. This one's from the purple one last year. I do know that. This is Tranquility. And I had it inked up last January in this pen. And I, just looking back at my journal for last year, I absolutely loved this ink. And so I wanted it in the same pen. So this is my Pilot Kakuno. I have 5 clears, so this is just the first one in the case. So I label it number 1, and all of them have a medium nib. And I am obsessed. I love it. And again, you can see all these purples are different shades. So I'm so excited. Just like the blues. Blue and purple, that's what I will be using this month. All right, this is probably my favorite ink of all time. Now, it does kind of clog the feet of this pen because it is so stinking shimmery. And let me see if I can get it to run just a little bit better. This is Rainbow's End. This is another one that was from the Inkvent last year. And I wanted this because it's my stub nib and it's clogged, you guys. Let me see what I could do here. Okay. Let's see if this will work a little bit better. This is my TWSBI. Yeah, there we go. Diamond. 580. And when I'm writing with it a bunch, it doesn't clog too badly. But this is a stub. And this is so pretty. It's very clogged though right now. You can see how dry it is. But you know, I still love it. I will probably just twist and use. And I used it a lot last year for titles. Let's see. Let me go back to January. See if I can find a page. Yeah, so you can see, like, I used it for the date titles on this page, and I'm thinking I will probably do something quite similar this year, as long as it's not just totally clogged all the time. I do kind of have trouble with my iris. I think that it just has a drier nib because of the treatment that they use for the iris pens. This is another one that I think that the shimmer is going to maybe cause me some issues here. Let's see. This is a very shimmery ink, and I might need to move it to a broader nib. This is, let's see, maybe it just opened. This is Van Diemen's, and it is Twilight Mist. I don't know why I decided to put such a shimmery ink in such a fine nib. This is my TWSBI Eco. Glow Purple. It glows blue in the dark. And it does have an extra fine nib. So why I made that decision, I don't know. But this is another one that is really pretty if the shimmer will show up. Let's see. Can I get it? I don't know if I can get it, you guys. No, I'm not gonna try. Okay, I just dribbled again. What am I doing with my life? Just making a mess, as you tend to do on fountain pen inking days. Okay, then this one is another one that has a ton of shimmer, and I'm obsessed with it. It's gold. It's very gold shimmer. And Van Diemen's recommended to not put it in a pen or only put it in broad nib pens, and I didn't listen, so we're gonna see how it goes. So this is the Van Diemen's November 2023. And this is the whole reason I bought the calendar. And this is in my TWSBI Eco Transparent Purple. And it has a fine nib. It's kind of similar to Twilight Mist, just a little bit different on the shimmer. Twilight Mist has more of a purple and just purple shimmer. And then this one definitely has gold shimmer, and it shows up so good in the writing. Okay, this is the one that might look more blue than it actually is, because I think I had blushing. No, I had Blue Barrel Tonic in here. I think I might have written it out. Let's see. It's looking a little less blue. Still kind of a little bit blue. And I don't know why. It's writing dry. Why is it writing dry? Oh my goodness. I really don't want to edit this video, you guys. I'm so sorry. But let's do a little bit of nib priming here, because it was just writing fine and then started writing dry. Okay, and this should not write dry. This is a very this is a medium nib. So okay, so this is Ferris Wheel Press. Blushing Mushroom. It is a drier ink, so it could just be that. I don't know. I do think I got most of the Blue Barrel Tonic out though. And this is my Kaweco Skyline Sport. And it's the Iridescent Pearl. With a medium nib. Yeah, it's pretty dry right now, you guys. Maybe this was not a good pairing. Last year I had this in a Kakuno, so I may need to switch it. But I thought that the Iridescent Pearl would be a good match. And then this is another color that's kind of similar, but another one that I had inked up last year that I loved. So I decided to ink it again at the last minute. So this is Sailor Neko Yanagi. And it works great in the Pilot Kakuno. So this is my number 2 clear with a medium nib. And yeah, I might need to move Blushing Mushroom over if it's gonna write that dry. I don't like it. Okay. Then we get into more of my pinky inks. And you know what? I'm gonna change the order. Just looking at these. I'm gonna change the order a little bit. Okay, so this is the one I was saying I wish I had put in my Zodiac Penco and forgot that I was going to ink this up, and I had already put Candlelight in and I didn't want to clean it. So this is Ferris Wheel Press Sugar and Spite. And I have a couple other colors that are similar to this, but I love the shimmer in this one, so I kind of want a bottle. And this is just a TWSBI Eco Black. And it has a medium nib. I used to only buy medium nibs, and I still love them, but again, I've been going towards finer nibs recently. Okay, this is one I didn't know if I should put with the red or the pink, but it's a pinky reddish purple. So this is another Inkvent. It's Raspberry Rose. And it is in a TWSBI Eco. I always have to look at the top. I'm like, wait, is it a T or not? And this is Lilac, and I believe it's a medium nib. It is. Okay. And so, yeah, you can see pinkish, purplish, reddish in tone. So I didn't quite know where to put it. Okay, this is probably my favorite thing that Elise sent me, other than Snow Globe. She made me a mix, and I'm obsessed. So this is Van Diemen's Bengal Tiger Blaze, which she also sent me, and it's beautiful. I love the shimmer. Paired with Diamine Wilted Rose, which I think is in the black Inkvent again. She was so generous. And I'm obsessed. I love this so much. So Elise, thank you so much. This is the Lamy All-Star, and it's the autumn pink color. And it is an extra fine. You guys, I've been going for the extra fine. I'm gonna do the swatch here in a second, because I want that to dry and I don't want to smear it really badly. So we'll go to the next color. This is a very light pink. It will probably carry over to February. Let's just be honest. This is the Kobe and Felissimo Chocolate Museum collab. And it is the strawberry chocolate. And I am obsessed. This would probably also look really pretty with Bengal Tiger Blaze in it. So I need to get braver and mix more of my inks, you guys. This is the pastel pink. And it is a fine nib. It's a little dry, but not bad. Not bad. All right, we are getting close. So sorry. And actually, this is so interesting. Okay, this is another one. I have all three, but I didn't ink up milk chocolate. So this is Kobe and Felissimo. Bitter chocolate. And this is in my Monteverde. And it's the Innova Formula M in black. And it's a great, oh my gosh, it's such a great pen, especially if you have a man. It's very masculine looking. And I do like masculine looking pens, but it is a snap cap, and so it's really nice for work, and it's very inexpensive. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's see if this has dried enough that I can get a good swatch here without smearing. I did. Okay, love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, the next one, super interesting. So, oh wait, did I take these out of order? No, I added one. Hold on, I added one. This is the other one I added this morning, and it is, we're gonna guess. I think it's gonna go here. Yeah, I think this will be perfect for it. Oh, I like it. Okay, this is another new ink sample. So this is the other Dominant Industry one that I was saying. So this is Dominant Industry Winterwood. I like that tone of brown. And this is my TWSBI Eco White Rose Gold. With a medium nib. And I can't believe it didn't just dribble. That is amazing. I just filled it this morning and I didn't have to do much. Okay, I really like that a lot. Okay, now, this is the interesting one. So I was recently able to acquire a bottle. Well, I was actually insanely lucky because I got all of the discontinued Iroshizuku inks and not the recent ones, the old ones. So this is Pilot Iroshizuku Tsukushi. I always confuse those. Tsukushi. I don't know why it just feathered. That's weird. It doesn't usually feather, but probably I spit. I probably spit right there on the paper. Yeah, okay. Let me get this down and I will tell you what I am trying to say. So I do like Tsukushi. I love Inaho. And I got the blue one. Was that Tsuyukusa? I forget. But I got all three of those. And then, of course, I grabbed giant bottles of, you know, Sutsuji and Kirasame and was it Momiji that got discontinued? I don't remember the third color, but I got full bottles of those. So let's chat because these don't look that similar in the swatches. However, in the writing, and if I had this also in a fine nib, I think they would be identical. So this is the Coffee Monster collab Coffee Monster ink. And I wanted them both. I thought they were going to be very different. I really feel like they're dupes. And now, yeah, you can't probably get either one. But I was shocked how similar they are. So this is in my Cafe Bronze, and I got this one in a medium. And, oh, helps if I do the, but again, they don't look that similar. This Coffee Monster is definitely more warm, and Tsukushi is more cool toned, purplish red, and they look so similar in the writing. I can't get over how similar they look in the writing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining it, but yeah, I when I was swatching them or doing my practice run, I just couldn't believe it. Okay, you guys, I finally uninked my Shape of Heart. So yeah, I can't believe it. And I don't think I like this as much as I had Kitsune Biore in here by Sailor and loved it. And I love this ink, but I think this is way too fine of a nib for this color, but we're gonna keep it for the month. So this is Diamine's English Milk Tea with Blue Black. I probably should have written that collab there, but I was able to get a full bottle of this off of Reddit from a friend, and well, she's become my friend, and I'm so grateful to her. So this is the Platinum 3776 Century Shape of Heart, the longest pen name ever, in Chai Latte. And it is a fine nib, but it is the finest nib you will ever see. And I'm gonna wait again to do my swatch of that because of the space that I have. So yeah, and some more browns. So we have one that is quickly becoming my favorite, and I think I need to get a bottle. This is Waringel's Anubi, Anubis, Anubi. I think that's how you say it. I think it's a Greek. You know, I'm really bad at saying those. I always have to, right? If I'm teaching, I just double check, but I didn't double check today, so I apologize. If I had to guess, I would say Anubi. And I am obsessed with the tone. I'm obsessed with the shimmer. It's so nice and well lubricated, and I am into it. Okay, then this is another one from an Inkvent calendar, and I'm so grateful to Elise for sending me more of this because I've been hoarding my sample because I've been almost out. Or my Inkvent bottle. So this is Diamine Dusted Truffle. And I know I don't need to hoard it because I can buy it, but I have it. So I decided to put this in my Esterbrook Estie. In Winter White. I also think I really want the Raven Estie. Anyway, I love Dusted Truffle. It's so good. And I've seen a lot of people use it without the shimmer. I love shimmer, so I always have used it with the shimmer, but it does look very pretty without the shimmer as well. So that's that. Okay, you guys, I have 4 left. Please let my camera battery still be working, and I'm still in the frame. It's a miracle. Do I even have enough room? 2, 3, Oh my gosh, perfect. How lucky is that? Okay, so Diamine. Caught it. Moonbeam. And I am obsessed with the Hemlock. I don't know if you can hear him. He's right outside the door. They don't get to come in this room, and I feel bad, but they will just carry all my pins away. They are obsessed with pins. So this is the Skyline Sport, and it's transparent silver, and I'm gonna just abbreviate because I'm running out of room. It has a medium nib, and I will do the swatch here in a second again, because otherwise I just smear it all. And then of course I inked up Kurasame because how sad, I love this ink. I can't believe they discontinued this one. Honestly, I can't believe they discontinued any of them. Just add more inks, people. Stop discontinuing them. So this is Kurasame. This is in my TWSBI Eco Cement Gray. And it has a fine nib. And then I decided to go with 2 black inks this month. Usually I only have one, but I keep one at work with my work planner because I just use gunpowder in it. So this is Birmingham Pen Co. gunpowder. My go-to black ink. And it is in my TWSBI Eco Black Rose Gold. With a medium nib. And I just like the sheen on this. It's a dark oil slick sheen, blackish gray. And so I really, really like this black ink, and I have a gigantic bottle of it. It's another one of their kind of mixer inks, and I love it. And then this one I decided to ink up. It's Diamine Astral. It's another one of my favorite black inks. I love the gold shimmer that's in it. It was an Inkvent last year. And I also just really wanted this pen inked up because I love this pen. So this is my Kaweco Sport. Man, my Kawecos are dribbly today. Sorry, no. Kaweco AL Sport. Holy cannoli. It's the aluminum. And it is in matte black. I think they have like a full-on matte black Kaweco that has the black nib and everything. This does not have that. But I looked it up again because I was like, maybe I'm just wrong. But it said matte black. And it has a fine nib. And you can see the blacks are different. So I feel like that works out well. And then here is the Moonbeam. Let's use a new finger. And yeah, that is my currently inked for January. As always, way too many. And let's see if we can get some of this, like, can you see some of the shimmer on some of these inks? So pretty. I'm excited, and I will not do reviews, but you can kind of see, and I may consider showing my journal. I don't know if I'll show everything. It's my journal, so it's kind of private. But yeah, I'm so excited. Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks for sticking around.